Okay, it's time to talk about nourishing traditions. So, welcome back to Road Tripping with Rachel. I'm Rachel. I love to go on road trips. That includes going on the Bible, getting out on the road itself, and then this great big road trip we just call life. If you've been following me for a little while, you know that I've recently moved. I've been on this health journey. I've been trying to get healthy, and my approach to health is very holistic. And as far as it's not just about losing weight, although that is something I'm really working towards. It is not just mental and emotional, it's everything. I have not done a challenge for myself health wise in a little while now. So I happened upon, before I moved, a podcast that was all about ancestral eating. And they brought up Weston Price, Nourishing Traditions. They brought up a lot of people who are in the realm of getting back to basics as far as what your eating goes. And frankly, I'm fascinated by it, mainly because in many ways I've been moving in that direction. It's the self. So I personally am not ready to 100% embrace that, mainly because if I were to give a breakdown, I would say that there are some disadvantages. As a modern individual who is single, there are some disadvantages that I have personally identified. As I was reading through the website and I've been listening to the different podcasts and listening to the different people that they've been interviewing. So let's just talk about what I would consider to be some of these disadvantages. The big one that is the most glaring is that it is expensive to eat and live like this. Whenever you are cutting out the middleman, in this case, it would be the large supermarkets. You're going directly to the farmer, and if you're doing it right, you're going to the farmers that are they're smaller, so they are not going to be using any pesticides on their fruits and vegetables. They're not using any hormones, antibiotics. It's very free range, very natural, which yeah, that's great. You do pay for that though. I'm a single income and so it is expensive for you to eat like this. The other thing would be time. You are making everything. You are not eating now. So time time is money, so that's a significant investment. So you're limited by your imagination and what is going to be available to you seasonally. However, that also means you're going to be eating the same things over and over because you're not getting all the stuff that's been imported. There's a lot of legwork that's involved. So to be able to go, and you have to go to individual farmers in order to get all the things that you're going to be wanting. So there are legal restrictions whenever you choose to eat this way. This is mainly involving things like raw milk. There are a lot of FDA restrictions with that. So I live in Missouri, so I was looking this up to see would this even be something that I would be able to do as far as the raw milk thing goes. And in my state, I cannot purchase from a store in order to get raw milk. I would have to go directly to a farmer. Why would you even want to consider challenging yourself to eat like this? Well, a few reasons. One, I need to get my health stabilized, those healthy habits going again. Two, like I said, I've been moving in kind of this direction for a little while, and so I want to go on ahead and see how feasible actually is it. But also, I actually do think that going, and as I've said on my channel before, I do take a whole foods approach to eating and health. So I think this is probably going to be more of nudging me in this next step towards this. Now, for me to do this, I have set some rules for myself because I have to be realistic about this. So for the next 4 weeks, fruits and vegetables that I'm buying, they've got to come from the farmer's market. I'm going to be hitting up the farmer's market that's here with me locally. Actually, I'm going today after I finish filming this. Meat is going to come from a butcher. So I don't know any farmers who actually raise and then sell their meat directly to the customers. However, there is a butcher that I know of where I do know that they do get stuff locally. So that is going to be where I'm going to be shopping for my meat. And then I do have some Amazon subscriptions that I use regularly to get some more things that are more towards like baking. So that is where I am going to continue to get my flour, because I like the flour that I'm getting. Sugar, which is cane sugar, by the way, so don't judge me. Brown rice, and then I normally keep a thing of vegetable broth on hand for me to be able to use in different recipes. Already have it, I get to use it, aka peanut butter. If I have it, I get to use it, because I'm not going to get rid of the money that I've already spent. Just not. It's not that. And I will have some time that I'm going to be eating out. It's already planned. My father's birthday is actually a Monday from the time I'm filming this portion of the video, and then my best friend is coming, and I have a outing scheduled with some of my cousins. I'm going to be buying what is available, so we'll see how I'll take you along for the ride. I'll show you some of the things I'm eating, taking you guys to market with me, and we shall see how this goes. And let's see, is utilizing the philosophy of Weston A. Price and nourishing traditions actually feasible for a single woman in the 21st century? So apparently, if you purchase milk that is in a glass bottle, you have to pay an extra $2 for the milk, because that is your deposit to ensure that you will bring the glass bottle back. Which I guess on one level I understand, because it's forcing you to recycle, because you can't afford not to. But I just paid almost $9 with tax for half a gallon of milk. Well, I take that back. It's not half a gallon. It's more than half a gallon. Like, I'll show you guys later. But that's a lot.
Sometimes, pretty much.
We have just arrived at the farmer's market. This is a hopping place. Like, it literally opened 6 minutes ago. But it is so popular. A couple years ago, it really wasn't that good, from everything I've heard. Just from visiting with people who've lived here now for a while, because I've been gone. But it has grown like hugely here, and a great many people have come, and honestly, like, the city itself has done a really good job of marketing the farmers market. So, and they get a lot of really good people here. So let's go ahead and let's go grocery shopping. Okay, so here is the haul from grocery shopping, aka going to the farmers market. So I found the milk. I had to do a lot of research in order to find a place that did low temperature vat pasteurization, meaning that it is pasteurized, but that it is not like superheated in order to pasteurize it. So people who are lactose intolerant can sometimes drink this type of milk. This is the one I told you. It was almost $9 for this. Yep, that stuff better be gold. And then I hit up the farmer's market. So I went on ahead and got 2 dozen eggs, $4.50 a piece. But they look really pretty, and I know that they're going to be good for me. I got some onions to use, tomatoes. I've already got plans for these. I got some goat cheese, salad mix, and then a pack of green onions are also in here. They also had a butcher that was there. So originally I planned on actually going to a butcher shop, but then there was someone there actually selling meats. So I got a skirt steak, and then I have plans for this lunch this week. I'm planning on making stuffed tomatoes with some kind of like rice, or maybe I have some couscous, maybe some of that, and then having my protein with it. And something that is new to me that I've never cooked before, but I was inspired to get based off of the app or the podcast I've been listening to, beef heart. So I think probably what I'm gonna do is I think I am going to treat it like I would almost like a roast. So I think I will probably turn one part of it into soup, and then I'm gonna turn the other, like be able to dice it up and maybe put it in like some kind of like curry or something like that that would make it last for a while. That's what I'm thinking, because any of the money that I actually dropped today, like the meat was the most expensive. It was almost $23 for just like the single skirt steak, and then this, they were selling it by the pound. But I thought this was a good, just the two cuts were a good like introduction to trying to do this. We'll see how it goes. I do have some money left. I set aside some money to be able to do this because I knew it was going to be more expensive. And in fact, I've told you I knew that it would be more expensive. I spent almost $80. 80. Yeah, that's a lot. Oh, and I got honey. I picked up some honey too. It's, since it is local honey, it's actually just down the road from where I currently live. So that will actually be really good to help with like allergies and things like that. So we've taken the first step, so let's see how this ends up going. We've got it. Okay, she's looking yummy. I did add some garlic powder in just because I didn't want it to be too terribly chunky. But, ooh, there we go. Look at that. And some Parmesan was added too. So I do believe that actually might look like pesto. Shall we try it? Terrible at holding my hand in front of the... We did good. And here it is before it goes into the oven. So if I do this right, and ta-da! Isn't it pretty? Hey, I'm coming at you from Elephant Rock State Park. I did a video where I traveled here a year ago, but I decided to come back to finish up my discussion on eating ancestrally, nourishing traditions, all that kind of stuff. So my thoughts. I mentioned earlier that I was headed in the direction of eating more ancestrally anyway. I really have truly enjoyed going to the farmer's market, buying my vegetables fresh, going like through a butcher and getting stuff. I have recently got a heart and bones from a butcher, so that is something like I will be cooking. One is that because with eating ancestrally, like you are consuming like fats, because fats are good for you. You shouldn't hide from fats or be afraid of them. But because you're not eating anything that is lean, like you're intentionally including fats in your diet, like whole milk, real butter, that you're using like tallow and lard, all those kinds of things, it makes it very hard if you are trying to lose weight to do that, because you are consuming a lot of fat. The other thing that I have realized is that it is very financially attainable to go through the butcher if you're investing in, quality meats, and if you're not a huge meat eater, so like the stuff that I've gotten has been primarily things that have been like I will use them, I'll cook them like once a week. Like I'm not cycling through a bunch of different meals and a bunch of different products. So that made it very attainable as far as finances go. The fruits, fresh fruits and vegetables, great, pretty attainable. I mean, eggs are kind of expensive. That makes it really difficult is having the dairy side of things. So I intentionally bought some low vat pasteurized milk. It was almost $10 for the bottle, and it wasn't even a full gallon. And then it went bad in less than a week. Yogurt was stupid expensive. If I did buy butter one time, stupid expensive. That for me, the dairy portion of this was not like feasible. Like it's not sustainable for me financially. During this time, I did go and I bought milk and stuff. Like I did buy milk and stuff like that at a regular grocery store because I just could not afford the cost. Like it was not responsible of me financially to be able to continue this for the full month. So I do have some conclusions though about like how I plan on moving forward. I am going to cut out some of the fats because part of this was just kind of getting my eating like stabilized. I did eat out a few times more than what I initially planned. Not angry at it. I forgot my lunch at home a few times. Lunch was catered in for us at work, and then like I did have a few things that were already planned out for me to be eating out. I just had a few times where it was like spur of the moment or it was poor planning on my part. But I do plan to continue going through like the farmer's market and primarily purchasing vegetables and things like that, utilizing that resource, allowing my finances to go towards local and be able to support the smaller farmer in this case. I am going to continue to purchase like my dairy products from a standard grocery store because that's the most financially responsible thing that I can do at this point. Meat, I think I'll go ahead and I'll continue with the butcher. Eggs, as long as they're available, I think I'll go on ahead and continue to get those through like the farmer's market as well, although I have now experimented a little bit with purchasing eggs from like farmers as well, so that's something that I think I'll do. I will say I feel a lot better as far as like energy levels, things like that. I do feel better. Getting out, working out, hiking, like I just feel like I do have more energy. However, I also have really struggled with like feeling very like heavy, if that makes sense. Like because the foods are so nutrient dense, I had to like figure out how many meals I could actually eat. Because I plan for like 3 meals a day, and realistically like I can actually only eat 2 because of how nutrient dense things are. So that was something else like I've had to work with, and well, it is what it is. Overall, I think it's a good idea. It is a substantial financial investment though, so it's not substantial for a single person to use, at least to go full throttle on it. I would say most people could probably realistically do like a hybrid model. I did make water kefir, and it was good. I was actually really surprised. I do have plans to try making yogurt. I've incorporated more oats into my diet. That was fun. And shopping with what was available at the farmer's market did make me get more creative. So overall, like it was a good experience. But like I said, financially, no. So I hope you enjoyed just little bits and pieces of this. If so, don't forget to like and subscribe and make sure that you follow me. Bye.